back, and as you saw from the demonstration, this machine, Rube Goldberg device, is basically a self-sufficient machine. You know, it runs all by itself, it takes care of everything, it can get the job done, but there is cleanup involved and resetting certain items. Most of it can be reset on its own, but some of it I have to do manually. If you're real good at Redstone and want a world download, just tell me in the comments and I can put it out there. And you can hook it up all you want, you know, you can do whatever you want. I'll just take care of building the model here. But let me go ahead and show you how all this works. So we're going to start here. I'm going to flip this lever, right, okay? So that sends a signal all the way around up to its nose here, which tells those pistons holding the water to move back for just a second. And this works better with a pressure plate. I have it a lever because I was testing it earlier. But so it opens for a second, lets the water out, and then closes it back up. Okay. And this is where it gets interesting, right? So you know, when I use this lever, I kind of built without knowing, but it's kind of very convenient, an easy cleanup system, you know. Okay, so if you put a lever like that, okay, and then forget to switch it back like I did, these two pistons stay open. So lava flows out, comes down here, and then flows all the way down like you saw. And that's really what exhaling does, you know, you get rid of it all. Okay, but if you do it with a pressure plate, or remember to flip that lever back, these pistons close back, so lava just flows here and stops at the glass. Okay, so you can kind of see that it's exhaling, but it doesn't get a mess, and it's real easy to clean up and reset. I did have this on a pressure plate. This is also just for some recording purposes I use for the project itself, not the YouTube video like I am now. But so let me go ahead and show you. So we're going to follow this wire all the way back. It comes all the way around, makes a 90-degree turn, comes this way. And if you're real good at wiring, you know, take a hit at me and tell me how ugly this is. But I know I'm not that great with redstone, but I had a lot of fun trying to do this, and it works. That's all I want to know. And so it comes back through here, and this is where it gets interesting also. So it's going to run through here, and this powers all the pistons that hold back the water. Okay? So like I said, if you do that with a pressure plate, it sends the pulse, opens the pistons for a second, allowing the water to come out, and then closes them back. Okay, and with the update of 1.5, something else was made possible. I needed to figure out a way where, let's go back, fly up and show you. I needed to figure out a way to where I could release the lava, but not have it hit this water once it was already there, and then make 2 cobblestone blocks that you have to clean up later. That was a bit of a nuisance, and I didn't want to have to do it, so I thought, why not, get rid of the water blocks after they're gone, because it's, after the initial stream juts out, why not just get rid of them? And so that required putting these 2 pistons behind the water blocks. So this goes through here real fast, and a few, milliseconds later, this gets triggered, pushes this redstone block, which then, this is where it gets tricky too. Since it's a pulse, if I would have just left this connected straight to this repeater here, it would have gone through, hit the pistons to where it went, it got rid of the water and then flashed back, and then that's it. But since I wanted the lava to be able to stop at that glass there, I have the pistons staying out. So it moves this redstone block, which then powers the pistons until I turn them off by breaking this block and then, putting it back, which I'll show in the cleanup section. And then after that's done, the water runs all the way down through the lungs like you saw. And you may be wondering what I was talking about when I said that activates this lung, activates that lung. Alright, well, when that piston moves back, it flies back, hits this boat, which then floats, hits the wooden pressure plate. You have to use a wooden pressure plate. I'm almost certain a stone one won't work with a boat. I did test it, and the gold and the iron will not work either, so wooden definitely gets it done. Plus, if you're even doing this in survival, which is madness, then this works better anyways. Easy to make. Comes, pushes this, which then powers this. And we'll do this line first. It runs straight here, which powers that piston, allowing water to drop into the red blood cell. And then here, it splits off, comes all the way up this big messy line. Thought about doing inverted torches, but couldn't really figure it out in time. And so came all the way up here, runs back to these pistons that are holding back lava. And the lava sits under these 2 sandstone blocks here. So it moves the pistons, holding diamond blocks, and we'll go show you these now. These 2 diamond blocks behind the glass here. they get moved up and lava flows out, therefore seeing the lava behind the glass. And that is how it all goes down. So if you're still wondering, we can go and kind of check out how it all goes down behind scenes. And to do that, I'm just going to need to do this. You want to make sure to break that redstone block there, because then it'll just keep everything powered, and like I said, your lava will go messily, and I don't want to do that. So it comes back here, hits the pistons, then hits those pistons, and that's going to move all the way down. This is moving. This line right here is for the piston that allows this jet of water to flow through and hit the boat. It had to be timed to meet when the water got there, since it's only a pulse, and it's only going to be open for a second. That way it doesn't make a mess back here. Pushes the boat, that shoots up, goes there. This one goes there. We'll follow it back up. And it's going to release these, which you can see they're off now. And boom. You have exhaling of lava. That's kind of dangerous, right? And your water just goes away. Evaporates itself. Now that's pretty awesome, right? And the cleanup is really simple. Let me just go ahead and show you guys by setting the time to 1200. And we'll start with what I usually do, okay? I usually make my rounds going left to right. First, this is pretty much all you need in your inventory. I have the extra blocks just in case something breaks when I was testing it this morning. You want to break your boat and just push it, place it back on the water rack there. I did have this as just empty space before, but it sank down into the block and sometimes got caught on the block and did not hit the pressure plate. So I figured putting 2 jets of water right there stops it. Plus it stops the water when it shoots through so it doesn't come off of this redstone block here. Okay, then we're going to move up. Break this block and put it there. And your pistons get moved back. Then we're going to fly around to the right side here. Come down into his lung. You should probably make a whole access door from the back. I mean, I never really got into doing that. I just come back from the glass here, break 2 pieces, come back down, break 2 pieces, break these 3 blocks, fill it back with lava, fill the 2 last blocks back up, and then we have our lava back here, so we're just going to break it, fill 2, break that, fill that, put this back. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, break that. And you see what I mean? You break blocks real easily. I mean, it happens. So, just having it in a stockpile really does help. Okay, filling this back up with water. You do want to do 2 sides, by the way. You do want to hit both of these. Otherwise, it'll come down and it won't exactly reach this trachea. I've got it pretty much maxed out here. By the way, I know this looks like the only throat, you know, the only pipe going down your throat, but I do have this a bit wider than it actually is in your neck, just because I needed it to have the water flowing. And there you go. It's all ready to shoot again. All I have to do is either flip that switch or place a redstone block. And it's there. So we'll give it one more run through, and that'll be an episode, right? By the way, I do this because, like, when I'm recording, I can quickly come here and show you guys what's going on. And that is a wrap, you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subbing. Thanks for liking. Hope you guys learned a lot from the respiratory diagram, model, Freddie, anything. If you have any questions, any concerns, any corrections, make sure to put them down in the comments there so that I can look at them. And if you guys want a world download for any personal use, anything like that, I'm cool with putting one of those up. You guys just let me know. This was a really fun project. I'm glad you guys were able to watch it. And thanks, guys. This has been Sterlistaire.